morning guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm back. You might have seen in my last video I was sick. That was just a day of me being sick. I was like that for 2 weeks, but yesterday I woke up and it was just like this click. I'm like, you know what, I'm coming back. I'm on the up. Like for the first time I could see the light at the end of the tunnel. And today, once again, like I've got like remnants, like a bit of a runny nose, a bit of a cough and stuff, but like I'm immensely better. Like it's crazy. Anyways, today is Friday, I don't know the date, the 10th of June, and we're going on a little bit of an adventure. So as you can see, I'm in the car, and the reason for that is I am heading into uni. So I literally have to go to pick something up. So I was like, could sit on the bus. I love sitting on the bus, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, to like go in for like 15 minutes to then sit on the bus for 2 hours, probably not the best idea. And plus I like driving, so it might be a fun little trip into the city, driving over the harbour bridge. That's always exciting. So I'm going to drive into uni, meeting my friend Harriet, where she's going to give me something for our last assignment. I'm making the model, so she's got the base, and Galia 3D print oh my and my friend Carla's 3D printed some little people for the model, which we also have to pick up, because if we didn't have to pick up those, we'd probably meet somewhere closer. So I'm just gonna drive in and I'll see you at uni essentially. Laters. So I've made it to uni. I actually made good time. I made it in better time than I thought. I think it only took like half an hour. Pulled up and got a like good park too. I know it's Stuvac, so like people shouldn't really be here, or should be less busy, but still exciting. We're taking it as a win. That was so much fun, guys. I was pumping the One Direction tunes. Oh, just in a good mood. Like, oh, you know, like when you're sick and then you're like, I'm never gonna take for granted being healthy again. Well, I'm like right off the edge of that. Like I've got the health, or almost all the health, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm living life. I'm gonna take it. This is everything I could have asked for and more. So I don't know if my friend's here yet. Might go for a little wander, because guess what? It's probably the last time I'm going to wander here for a while. We were meant to come in and do lunch, but once again our group was struck with, I got the flu, friend Kalia got COVID, so it just didn't pan out. I think some of the architecture kids are planning on getting drinks after this last assignment is submitted, and I should go. Like in my head I'm like, I should go, it'll be good for me, I'll enjoy it when I'm there, but at the same time I'm a bit like, oh I don't know, maybe I should just not go, because it's going to be like stressful and awkward. But no, I should force myself to go if I can go and I'm free on the day. Okay, let's head in. Heading over to Wilkinson from a different direction so you guys get a change of scenery, because you always see the ugly engineering side, but the campus is so empty. It's wild, but I do like it here. I've just been sat in the sun over there waiting for my friend to arrive too, but now I'm heading over to Wilkinson to meet her, and yeah, exciting times. I've come to pick up the 3D printing, and this isn't ours, but someone's printing like slugs or something. These are ours. I'm back in the core. I wasn't out for long. I need to get the car back home because Dad wanted to go for a swim at lunchtime, because normally if I had a day like this I'd like make a day out of it, because we all know I love a little solo day trip, but that's okay because I kind of should go home and finish this assignment. I'm going to show you what it is, because I'm responsible for making the model for all of us. So it's actually kind of cool. I think it's cool. In my logic, it's like adult Lego. It's like a level up from like normal Lego, because like you make the pieces yourself to then slot in together, which I think makes it so much more satisfying. But that might just be me. It was, yeah, super empty. I saw one guy that I knew, but like he didn't see me, so like, okay. But other than that, 2 thumbs up. Okay, well, I'm gonna punt the 1D. Let's get going again. It stops now, of course. Right? Do you hear that? See if it does it again. I don't think it will. Anyway, my tummy is being really loud and rumbling literally since I got home. So I'm deciding if I should have a snack or just commit to lunch. Just listen. This is the remains of my emergency donut. You might be wondering, Shell, what is an emergency donut? Well, you see, I had 5 hours of work straight yesterday, so I packed snacks, but I wasn't sure how much I'd need. And so essentially I packed my snacks and then I also threw this in, and this was like my emergency donut. So if I was still hungry after I ate all my snacks, I'd crack into the emergency donut. But then one of my students cancelled, and so then I sat there and ate my emergency donut straight up. So Okay guys, I'm upstairs. Let me set the scene. I have a few stories to tell you. Probably one story actually, but let's go. So I'm going to show you what we got. Firstly, I picked up my Carly's 3D printed people, which look very cute and funny. And I'm not sure if you saw the clip there, but literally I was collecting like from the 3D printing spot, and someone had printed a bag of slugs. So that's what that was, if you couldn't hear me in there. Then I've just got like the plants and the base, but we were walking out back to the cars and I found this. Now this may just look like an insignificant piece of cardboard to you all, but if you look at my laser cut sheets, I'm going to put in a photo here. So basically I cut 2 sheets of cardboard with the laser cutter with all the pieces that I'd need to build this model. Essentially I didn't double up on pieces. There was 1 piece for everything, and if I lost that piece, all hell broke loose. Anyway, not really. But basically when I came to building it, did not have a piece like this there. So I ended up having to cut it by hand with like a Stanley knife, which was fine. It worked out in the end. And literally we were walking back out today, and on the ground outside of engineering was this on the floor. So that's kind of funny. I can laugh about that now. And out of the whole process of like all those tiny pieces I've had, so far where I'm up to, I've only lost 1 of them and had to recut, or 1 on top of that. So fingers crossed that's not going to be the case anymore. Now I'm still putting off doing the model. I'm going to show you the state of it now, but I'm going to explain it more in a bit. So this is what we're working with now. These like little bits, this is legit dental floss. That is not going to be there when we're done. That's just holding everything in place while the glue sets. But also it's low-key stressing me out that it's not going to work, and that's why I'm like sort of putting off touching it, because I'm like, I don't want it to fall apart because I don't know what I'm going to do. Like I have no other solution for that. So I think I'm going to start on that after lunch. Before lunch though, I've got a few things to do. It is the long weekend coming up. I'm so excited. I didn't realize it was a long weekend because like in my head, it can't be June yet. Like, how are we halfway through the year? So anyway, it's the Queen's birthday long weekend, which means I don't have to work on Monday, and I am so excited. I am so excited. And the thing is, I don't have a bad job. I like my job. So like, I don't know why each time, week by week, when it comes around to Monday again, I'm like, why do I have to work? Like I did that last week. Why are we back around already, guys? I've already done my work. But this Monday, I don't have to. I get the whole day off to do whatever I want. And my assignment will be submitted. It's completely a free day where I have no commitments, and I'm so excited. Where was I going with this? Oh, so basically I have to just message all the parents and make sure they know that I won't be doing my lesson on Monday. So that I'm gonna do now. And then I also need to find my superannuation details for my dad, because he wanted to check something, because as you also know, because it's June, we're coming up. What's that face? June. Because it's June, we're coming up to the end of financial year, another exciting time, where we get a little bit of our money back, or hopefully. So I need to find those details so we can lodge some stuff. So that's the goal for now. Then maybe I'll have lunch, go make lunch, chill, procrastinate a bit more. And then we're going to start on this model, and I'm going to bring you guys along for the journey of that. It's going to be an emotional roller coaster. It's gonna be a lot, but we got this. We got this, team.
Many tic-tacs later.
Guys, I think this just shows the state of my afternoon model making. I know I said that I would show you, but it's been disaster after disaster. And I mean, going into this, I knew like it wasn't going to work very well, because this was thrown together last minute while a lot of us were sick and that. But gravity, man, gravity is against me. We've been pumping the tunes though, keeping me going. And I'm going to show you the state of my room at the moment. We got out the popsicles. We've got all this gluing happening. We whipped out the super glue, because like I'm not having any more. It's not as clean a finish, but at least it stays together. Got all this junk on the floor. We've got Carlos for moral support. And this is what we're working with. So I'm currently, I've done a few levels, but we're getting there. We are getting there. I wanted to finish it today, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen. But we'll have to wait and see. Guys, snack time. It is currently almost 9. I'm gonna stretch my back away. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, I've just been bending over working on this model and it's killing my back. So come down for a snack. Problem is I've now run out of super glue, so it's taking a lot longer for the glue that I do have to dry. So we're working with what we have at the moment. Love that. I'm kind of over it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thought it would be really fun, and for the first few days it was fun. But now I'm kind of annoyed that I made such a cool design and didn't think about actually having to model it. Like, I built it online on my computer and I'm like, this is freaking cool. And now I'm like, regrets. Major regrets. I'm gonna have some tea in my High School Musical cup. I don't want to stay up too late though, because I have to get up for work at 9. Well, work starts at 9. Then I have Zumba. I'm going to Zumba for the first time in ages and I'm so excited. I've missed it so much, like so much. I like to vlog when I'm in a good mood. And so once I got into that model making and everything went wrong, the vlogging stopped. Because I'm gonna have a snack with you all first. You know what we're gonna have? Portuguese tart. So here's my conundrum. I feel like Baker's Delight is like running out all these small bakers everywhere. I don't even feel they are. So like anyway, you'd have like your classic bakery, they're popping up with Baker's Delights, which is part of the bigger franchise, right? Which I don't like, because like I, you know, want to support small businesses and all that jazz. Plus, this is my issue. If Baker's Delight take over, Baker's Delight does not sell sausage rolls, and that's like one of the best things about classic bakeries. Like, you're on a road trip, you stop there and you get a sausage roll. So I'm like, I can't support Baker's Delight. I try to stay clear of it as much as I can. I mean, actually, I literally eat their bread. Their bread is my favorite bread, so I lie. But I don't know, I'm always on the fence. But then this new one that's literally run out the bakery at Forest Way does Portuguese tarts. And if there's one thing I love, it's a Portuguese tart. Like, they're so good. So now that's a conundrum, because we like to go and buy their Portuguese tarts. Oh, this is so yummy, everybody. I tried making them before COVID, so a while ago. So I shouldn't talk with my mouth full. But no, never as good as when you get them from the shop. But maybe I should try again on Chef Shell. I've also got like ideas of how I'm gonna like level up Chef Shell, and I'm really excited to like start it, except I can't do it until I finish this freaking model, which is getting on my nerves a little bit. But I have Monday all free to do whatever the hell I want, and you can probably bet that Chef Shell's coming out. I think I've just gotten to a point where I'm a bit delirious, because I keep telling myself, I'm like, we don't even have to freaking do this assignment. I did so well in the first, me flexing. I did so well in the first assessment that I didn't even have to do this one. But I'm doing it because we all knew I was going to do it. Also, I was thinking of starting a new segment in my vlogs called What's the Tune of the Day? And basically, because if you know me, I love music. Each vlog I can recommend like a song that I'm really vibing with at the time, and then you can go listen to it, and then maybe you like it, and then you like add it to your playlist, and then we all love new music. What was that? That's kind of weird. So if you think that's a good idea, let me know. Maybe I should tell you my song of the day today. I kind of want to play it, but because I film on my phone, I can't play it for you. But I've discovered Kat Burns. So I don't know much about her, but I was like on like a radio on Spotify, and she came up. Her song Free came on, and I was listening at first, I was like, yeah, this is like the vibes of, so if you know me, my Spotify playlist called It's a Long Road Home, and My Horse Just Got Shot, but I Still Got My Girl by My Side. It's like, it starts those vibes, which is okay. That was very like 2021 Michelle. Clearly, if I wasn't a happy chica, and I liked listening to my depressing music back then. But then it changes it up. This is also me procrastinating, because as soon as I stop filming, I need to go back upstairs and keep working on this model. Was that my TikTok? That's what I want to tell you about. When I went to the pink party night, the song Savage came on, and I was like, because it was like the Megan Thee Stallion section, and like everything in me wanted to be like, I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, sassy, moody, nasty, you know, without my TikTok moves. But then I like resisted and like sussed out the vibe, and no one else was doing it. So I was like, okay, is that not the vibe? Because then what I was thinking today, I was like, you know, back in, I don't even know what year it was, 2014 or something, when like Watch Me Nene was cool, was like that something people did in the club? Because clearly I wasn't old enough to like experience that. And I'm like, well, dances like that, or like the Harlem Shake, or what was that, like a Black Beetle song? Like those songs that were like had dance trends back then. Was it a thing that in the club you'd like do the dance? I don't know. I want to know. So I don't know why I'm asking here, because I'm pretty sure I know the demographic of who's watching me. If you somehow know, let me know. Because the other thing was, when One Direction came on, I like no control. I was like, waking up beside you. I was the only one doing it. And then when it came to best song ever 2, no one else. The one thing I did appreciate was everyone doing like the scream, like, maybe it's the way she walked. Oh, and I was like, okay, I can accept that. Okay, I think I've done enough talking. I apologize. Thank you for listening. Thank you for allowing me to procrastinate a little bit longer, but now I'm going to go upstairs. I'm probably going to do like an hour of work until like 10, then I'm going to go to bed. Maybe I'll show you the progress. If you don't see it, it probably means I'm in a bad mood. So, bye.
20 minutes later.
We've now enlisted the help of the Gypsy Kings to support me through this tough time. Get a thumbnail. So I'm going to talk you through what's happening. So basically, it's been really hard to work out where to line up these beads, and so I actually attached them first when I probably should have. This is a problem. It probably would have been easier to attach them as I go, except as soon as I attach them, they need like a day to dry to really get sucked into like the post, and I don't have enough time to do that. So that's where the problem all started. But essentially, as you can see, a lot of these support beams are not lined up with where they should be supporting the actual structure. Like, it's mostly supported by itself, which is not how it would happen in the real world. So essentially what I'm going to try and do is I did print some extra of these little fixtures. So this is how this would represent like a metal fixing that would attach to this central column, and then we'd have a little bit come off the beam and then stick into here. So essentially I'm going to try and stick a few in more places where I need them, and then the ones that don't have much use I'm going to pull out and replace them into these positions. And so when I actually take the photograph of them, I'm going to try and just Photoshop out the ones that don't have anything in them. I think that's going to be the best way to go about it. Things like this, oh, oopsies. Let me move that back. These are the supports that are currently helping me like join it all together. But this one was meant to stick out and support this corner, but as you can see, it's very much to the left and it's sort of staying up itself. So what I'm going to do is pull out this one and maybe put a new fixture down here so that I can send it up here and basically support it that way. That's the go. And then also over here, this is me starting to make a railing. So basically, I made them quite well for the actual platforms. As you can see, it's all quite like uniform for the way the railings look, except we didn't have time to design them in Rhino to then laser cut on Monday. So I've got all these little pieces which I'm going to try and make myself into a little railing. If all else fails, once again, we've got Photoshop to help us. I can't believe it's standing up. It really shouldn't be. It shouldn't be at this stage. It's held on with like the tiniest little bits of glue between each of the pieces, but we're not tempting fate. We're taking it as a blessing. Everyone sing it. Bam 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 Maria Carol bam 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 Carol bam. Okay, back on track. I'm doing time lapse of this. Get all these freaking matchstick pieces. I'm literally gluing each end for the railings. So I've made a total of 4 railings here. Solid. Okay guys, this is free. This is the song of the day. I don't know the lyrics yet, but it's a vibe. So much in my head that I let you down. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Just here we go. Now I'm free. Now I'm free. You just want to groove. You just gotta groove. There's no way you can tell. Okay guys, while I'm making these railings, I thought we could talk some more. I apologise because I've probably talked most of this vlog. I mean, that's what they are actually, so should I really be apologising? I wanted to talk to you about my new obsession, because once again, we all know I'm a phase girl. The newest phase though is train documentaries. I started watching this series on binge called King's Cross Station. So it's essentially just a documentary where they look at things that happen at King's Cross Station and essentially across the whole East Coast line of trains, above ground trains in the UK. And I just find it so interesting. There's something so interesting about trains, but particularly trains overseas to me. So I was watching that, enjoying that. I mean, it's crazy like all that goes into it, plus how different it is overseas. Like, it's crazy to me that in the UK, like all the trains seem to be run, like owned by Virgin and like run by them, whereas it's more government here, I'd say. And I just want to go to King's Cross Station. Is that weird? Is that like not actually a nice place to go? I mean, I feel like it's always been on the bucket list because of like Harry Potter, clearly. But like, I don't know, British train stations, they just get me. I just remember when we were over there, keeping in mind this was 10 years ago, I just thought it was so cool. Like, I loved a good train trip, and like obviously that's how we got around when we were over there. Well, that's how we go into London. It's not how we got around. We had our own car. Oh fuck. So anyways, what I was saying was that then led me to discover this other documentary about essentially the same thing, but it's a central train station, so it was like Sydney trains. And I also really enjoy that one. I don't find the trains as exciting, but it gave me a new appreciation for people who work in the train industry. It gave me like this new appreciation of like understanding like why they delay trains and stuff, and like the things that could be causing that, and almost like realizing, well, it shouldn't have been a realization, but the fact that no one wants the trains delayed, even the people working there, because that makes more work for them. Like clearly events happen, all sorts of things, you know. It's something as bad as like, you know, someone jumping in front of the train, or you know, someone's like knocked the bridge that the train rails go over and they're checking it's okay. Like at the end of the day, the reason that they're stopping it is most often due with like safety. Like at the end of the day, the reason they've stopped it is because there is a risk and they don't want to risk our lives, those using the train. So like it's a good thing that the train's delayed. Like yes, it might be an inconvenience, but I feel like everyone should watch that documentary just to have a renewed appreciation of the train systems that we have in our day-to-day lives, as well as the people who work them. Like you look, so they've got the ROC, it's the Rail Operation Control Center, and like how people read off those screens and like all the delays and work stuff out, I will never understand. I feel like I had a lot to say about that and I've just explained it really badly because I'm focusing on this. So the gist was, I'm enjoying train documentaries essentially. King's Cross Station and Central Station, quite interesting documentaries. And yeah, it's just this renewed appreciation and seeing all the things that factor in. Yes, there's sad things like warning. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go now and keep doing this because I feel like I can't do both. I thought I could do both and like chat with you all, but I've probably chatted enough. So I think this is, I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I'll probably just show you tomorrow when I finish what it looks like, because you've been here supporting me through this journey and I really appreciate it, guys. It is the next day, it is the evening, it is dark outside. I've had a good little day, got to go to Zumba and that was so much fun. But the moment you have all been waiting for, ta-da! It's actually standing. I woke up and I walked in and I was like praying. I was like, please be still stood up, and it was. And so I added on this top level, added more railings on the inside. They're definitely very sketchy, literally just like propped up, so like I nudge that, it will fall. I got my little people up there. I'm going to turn it around and show you, but please keep in mind it was very hard to make, so it's not perfect, but I tried my best. And turns out when I took the photos of it, you can hardly really see all the crappy bits, or at least unless you're really looking for it. So fingers crossed, or they appreciate, I guess, the realness, you know. It's not this perfect model, but a lot of blood, sweat and tears went into it, you know. Got my little dude here. I accidentally snapped off his head, so it is blue tacked back on. Another dude standing up here. Like, look at that. That is a no-no. It's not even joining. That person would literally die. But look, some of these fixed up. This guy also, I broke off his leg. So he's also looking a bit worse for wear, but that's okay. The railing's hiding that. But there, I put some plants on, put our seating around, and I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty dang impressed that I did that, so. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this little video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed model making with me. You're probably not going to see it again, so let's appreciate this, and I'm going to catch you in the next video. Bye.